Hi, folks. This is Kid Malek from Malek and Malek. It's deep in the freezing January 25th, 2019. I'm going to talk about a issue that comes up this time of year. It seems like there's certain injuries that happen at certain times of year, and this is the time of year when we get folks come in our office who have slipped on ice on the job, and so. And quite simply, the rule is, um, if you slip on the job and you're an employee, it's a compensable work injury. So what that means is, um, and this could, so if you're actually in your office where you work or the warehouse or whatever, and you slip on water or something, that'd be a compensable work injury. Um, but then it can expand to, and this is where some people get tripped up and they're like, oh, I didn't slip at work. So let's say you're on the job, you're in your warehouse gig, and you clocked out, and you're walking to your car in the parking lot, and then it's like a January day after a snowstorm or there's black ice, and you slip and you fall and you hurt your shoulder, or you fall forward and you hurt your knee. That would be a compensable injury. Now you're thinking, well, I'm clocked out, so I'm not working at this time, and then it didn't happen in the warehouse that I was working in. So why is it a compensable injury? The issue is you have to look at the parking lot. Is the parking lot, it's either owned by your business where you work, or it's under the manner and means of control of the business. So I'll use our office as an example. So if I walk out of the office on 1227 South High Street or 1221 South High Street, and I walk down the sidewalk, some of the sidewalks directly in front of our buildings, but if I continue walking, you're going to be going past the house, which we don't own. And then, so that, I don't know, that could be questionable, but the parking lot we pay rent for, we pay an attorney close to us, we pay him to use the parking lot. So if you took a dive, like if I slipped and fell in that parking lot, we don't own that, but we essentially control it because we're paying to use it. So if I or somebody who works here is walking and they walk to their car and they take a dive and they trip, then that'd be a compensable work injury. So it's pretty simple. You just got to look at, again, are you an employee? Doesn't matter if you're on or off the clock, as long as you're at your job, or you're walking to your job, or walking from your job, and you're doing so to the benefit of your place where you work. So you've clocked out, you're walking to your car, you slip in the parking lot, compensable work injury. So what would not be a compensable work injury if I'm walking and I just pass out, like I faint, or I have like some other condition where I suddenly lose consciousness, and I fall, and let's say I hit my head on the sidewalk. Well, I didn't slip because the ice or the water on the sidewalk. I just fell because of my, whatever condition I have, epilepsy or what have you. And so that would not be a compensable work injury. Now, we could put another twist on this, and that's what they'd call an idiopathic injury. So idiopathic injuries are not covered under workers' comp. But let's say I'm working in a warehouse and I have some kind of, situation, diabetes and low blood sugar, or epilepsy or something, and I start passing out and I hit my head. So we're in a warehouse, so there's the shelving all over the place, or there's a forklift with standing nearby. If I hit my head on that on the way down to the floor, that'd be a compensable injury because of the hazards. They say that the hazards of the workplace. Now, if I go to my office example, if let's say I have low blood sugar, and my office has this unnecessarily large desk that I'm going to replace at some point, but it's you could probably live in the desk. I could house some folks here, but it's unnecessarily large. But if I get up and I have low blood sugar, or let's say I have epilepsy, which I don't, but let's say I do, and I have a seizure, or I start fainting from the low blood sugar, if I were to hit my head on the side of the desk on the way down to the ground, you could argue that the hazards of my workplace, i.e. this massive desk in my room, should make it a compensable injury. So don't get tripped up though, because this is the time of year that everybody's slipping and sliding. One, be super careful when you're walking out there. This is just, it's sometimes it's unavoidable, these kind of injuries, but if it happens, don't think, oh, it did, just because you're not in your job or you're clocked out or maybe you haven't even clocked in yet, you're walking into the business. Don't assume that it's not a workers' comp injury, because it probably is. Okay, so, and if that happens, you know what to do. Give a workers' comp attorney a call to help you with your claim. And we are workers' comp attorneys here, so we help hundreds and thousands of folks, and we'll help you. Any questions or concerns, you could write them in the comments or email me, kip@maleklawfirm.com, and I'll try to answer your questions to the extent that I can without creating an attorney-client relationship. And otherwise, let's be super careful, and let's not get injured. So put all the attorneys out of business, so we don't have any work, i.e. no work injuries. So that's the goal, is no work injuries in 2019. But if you do have one, you know where to go. All right, so thanks for listening to this quick video, and I'll talk with you later. Bye.